Hey guys, I just wanted to make this episode to encourage you to prioritize. If you don't know, and I feel like I mentioned this in every video or audio, but I'm in my senior year of high school, and this is the first semester, and it happens to be the most busiest semester. I wouldn't necessarily call it hard because there's nothing hard that I'm doing, but it's just so many things, one event after another, one university thing after another, and my life is just really the busiest it's ever been in this season of my life. And I've been finding it kind of difficult to do schoolwork, be involved in the school so it looks good on my applications, do things that I love, make time for my friends, make time for my family, and then at the same time make time for myself and make time for God. And so it's been very hard for me to prioritize and to choose what matters and to place it accordingly in my life. Now, to a lot of us, academics means a lot, and it means a lot to me because I've worked very hard for most of my life to do better and to get better. But I know that God is the one that gives me strength. I know that God is the one that gives me the talents and the abilities to keep going and to even be able to pursue these fields that I'm trying to pursue in these programs. And so ultimately, I know that from every area of my life, the common denominator is God. And so I have been trying my best to prioritize. We only have 24 hours in the day, and school takes up 6 hours of our day. For me, I go to school from 8 to 2 o'clock, so it takes up quite a bit of time in my day. And then when I get back, I'm tired and I have content stuff to do, and then I have personal stuff to do, and then I have extra university research things to do, and then your family's calling you, and all these priorities are calling your name. And you might not be in the exact same position as I am right now in my life, but you might be in a situation where you're dealing with children, and then dealing with a divorce, and then dealing with a job that you hate, or whatever situation you may be in. And it feels hard to prioritize or to make time for things that you truly love. And I just want to let you know that God isn't mad at you. God doesn't think you don't love him anymore. God doesn't want to punish you because you've been busy or because you haven't made time for him. Yes, we need to acknowledge where God stands in our lives, and maybe these are a good time to really evaluate where we stand with God in our lives. But God isn't a manipulator. God isn't a narcissist. God isn't someone who is super controlling. God is a God that is the God, the one and only God, that cares enough for us to know that this season of our lives might be very busy, might be very depressing, might be very sad, and he understands and sees everything you're going through. He knows what's on your plate before you do. And so he knows all the responsibilities and priorities that you have. And that doesn't mean that you can continue going about your life without prioritizing God or even acknowledging him, but it means that God meets you where you are. And that's what I love about my God. He is the same yesterday, today, and forever, and he meets us exactly where we are. So if you are in a chaos, if you're in the muddy middle, if you're in a mess, God meets you right there. He doesn't ask you to clean yourself up before you come to him. He says, come to me with all your mess, with all your chaos, with all your filth, and I will clean you up. And maybe that looks like devoting 10 minutes of your morning to speaking with him, or waking up 10 minutes earlier to just sit in his presence. Or maybe that means on your lunch break, instead of watching a TV show, watch a Bible sermon, or just take that time and pray to him. Whatever that may look like for you concerning your relationship with God, what matters to God is the effort and the intention. It's the posture of your heart, right? And the actions that you do, they matter as well, but God is ultimately judging the posture of our heart. So you might do one action, and to somebody else that might mean one thing, but God isn't judging what your action is based on the action that you do. He's judging it by the posture of your heart. Where was your heart when you did this? What were your intentions? And so I think that's just something that we all especially when, we're feeling discouraged and thinking that God might not want to talk to us because we've been ignoring him. We need to analyze our situation, to understand where we are, and then talk to God and let him meet us where we are. And that doesn't mean that you're not supposed to repent and, say sorry and apologize to God, but it just means that God isn't like your earthly father or like your earthly mother or like your earthly friends or siblings. He's nothing like the people on this earth. He has way more compassion, way more understanding. His ways are not our ways and his thoughts are not our thoughts. So what we might think can be very shallow-minded, but God sees the true intentions of our heart. He sees the deeper meanings behind it. So I just wanted to encourage you to get your priorities straight. Know where you stand with God, whether you're in a still season of your life or in a busy season of your life, but understand that we serve a God that meets us where we are, and he's not here to judge you on how you can't keep it together. He's here with open arms, waiting for you to come to him so he can help you keep it together.